Hi, good day everyone. We are on the second leg of our discussion about the introduction to research in tourism and hospitality industry. So for this one, we're going to discuss how to formulate or how to select your research topics. For the intention for this is to get your topic so as you can formulate your research titles. Okay? So topic first before the title. So anyway, there are some cases na when you have the research topics, it's easier to do the research title. And of course, the research title is also the research topic for some cases. Now, of course, this one aims you to pre-select your topics that already you're going to propose to me or for my approval. So this is the guide for that. Okay, you have to listen and you have to consider it so that your research topic might be approved for a research title. Okay, so for this one, we're going to discuss the following. Number one, define what is research topic. Selecting the most important or the right topic for you, and of course, other, especially assessing the topic feasibility. So these are the considerations. Okay. So first is first. So how would you identify your topic or topic for your research? So normally we'll divide your topics based on the researcher's factors and the research study factors. So based on what your consideration as a researcher and and the consideration of the study itself. So in this sense, since this is your consideration, you must be able to, of course, clearly identify within your group mates or within your peer if your topic would be of benefit and you have agreed for all of this now. Number one, it identifies your interests. So since you're going to do a project within the whole semester, it is also worth a while that this research is of your interest for both of all of your group mates, for let's say if you're working a team or a pair or solo. So it should be of your interest. Next, it connects you to your career goal. So what is your career goal? Do you want to become FA? You want to become a tourism planner? Of course, your research or your title, your thesis is a draft of what you're going to undertake or what you're going to pursue later on. So of course, that you can highlight it to your resume if you want, if you're planning to become a tourism planner. So you have conducted this research and so forth and so forth. So as a additional credential to your resume. Then of course, this two is the most important, I think, is the access to study respondents. So they have an ability to access your respondents, not only respondents, access to experts, advisors, that is the expert to your study, as well as they have the access to data concerning your research. If none, of course, we don't do that. Okay. And lastly, but not the least, time viability. There are some cases here in our research that the hotel does not reply. And of course, probably they won't reply. Of course, if you wait for that research or for that reply, it's already time to grade you. So of course, you have to consider the time availability. If you're concerning hotels and restaurant, my God, they won't give you the details. There's the, of course, there is a privacy component here. So again, we go back again with number three, access to your study respondents. If we're talking here, hotel establishment, there is limited number of hotel establishment that allow preview to their data. Now, considering the time, it might take you a long time. So we're ending the semester by December. So you're quite late. So your grade will become incomplete or worse, you will fail the class. So these are the factors influencing your topic selection based on you. the researcher. So the most important here is the access to study respondent. You have the access for everything that you need. So make sure, because if not, we're not talking here. We're not doing something that is useful for both of us. Okay? Next. So, of course, the number one rule we have, it must fit within the tourism themes that we have talked about last time. So, to refresh your memory, I'm going to propose to you the themes. So, what are the themes again? Okay. So, for the themes that we have here, our research is these are the following themes. So we have sustainable tourism development, ecotourism conservation, impact of technology in tourism, the AI, etc. Tourism culture heritage, over tourism destination management, green investment, green architecture, smart travel, the role of tourism in post-disaster recovery. We have tourism climate change, economics of tourism, access tourism, spiritual tourism. We can also have sports tourism. Okay, so these are our themes. So basically, you're going to select one themes and then you're going to expound your problem. Now, if you have other ideas, that's okay. So we just have to check it. But normally, if your topic falls on the following themes, the chances of approval is very high kasi kasama siya dun sa themes. Okay? Next. Aside from being within the covered themes, your research topic should be anchored as well with the UN Sustainable Millennium Goals or the Philippine National Development Plan. So dapat it address certain objectives in the UN Sustainable Millennium Goals, or it address certain concern or objective in our Philippine National Development Plan. Para nagiging ganito siya, agritourism is one of that. So lagay ko rin pala dito. Agritourism. I don't know how you do it kasi syempre city tayo. Pro-poor and volunteerism. Volunteerism or volunteer at the same time doing tourism. So these are uh, concepts or the research team. That topic should be anchored as well with our Millennium, UN Sustainable Millennium Goals or Philippine National Development Plan. Now, of course, since you are all scholars of the city government of Manila, your paper should be of benefit to the city of Manila. For example, if you're addressing the tourism here, the beneficiary would be the tourism, the Manila Tourism, Culture, and the Arts Department or Division. And of course, that should have come to with a tangible output. So, dapat tangible output siya. Now, let's say if it's a concerned party that is located in Manila, for example, National Museum, hindi naman siya under the City of Manila, pero within the City of Manila, oh, it's okay. Kasi within the premise naman siya ng City of Manila. So again, your research should be of benefit to the City of Manila. Okay? Hindi pwedeng City of Makati, City of Bacoor, City of Imus. It should be Manila. Now, pwede naman yung research lokal ninyo would be in other places, pero you have to apply that here in Manila. Paano? Let's say you're studying conservation of old houses in vegan and how they preserve it. So here, going to go back here in Manila and identify a worthwhile area to preserve and then apply what you have learned or the result in vegan here in Manila. So, yun nga lang, doble-doble trabaho nyo. So, if I were you, the local should be in Manila. But we're not limiting ourselves to the local in Manila. Again, you're going to have your local in other places, apply it here in Manila. Magiging doble nga lang trabaho nyo. Diba? So, better if it's your local is in Manila na lang. Next, there is a literature gap. So, meaning to say, there is no other study that was conducted 5 years from now that covers your topic. For example, Intramuros. Intramuros is already, tourist satisfaction Intramuros. My God, it's already well covered by students in Intramuros. No? We have Lyceum, we have Letran. So it's already a topic of consideration. Di, huwag na natin siya gawin pa kasi it's already covered. However, if you're talking here, let's say other places aside from Intramuros, which has no literature or study yet being conducted, that's a good start. Okay, that's a good start. But for Intramuros, I feel Intramuros is no longer viable since it's already covered by almost every tourism student here in Manila, as well as Binondo. So, yun nga. You should be able to present your literature that it has a gap. No literature yet covers that particular area. Next, it must be answerable by in quantitative research. Must be answered in quantitative. So, meaning to say, your research is limited to quantitative method only. Huwag na po tayo mag-qualitative. It will take long. Of course, the panel will ask many questions. You will be redefend. And of course, there will be harder time for you. So let's stick on to the ECS. It's easy because it's hard to gather data, but of course, the analysis is much more faster compared with the other one. Next, it must be legal and ethical. Of course, you have to secure permit. For example, you're entering a conservation area, let's say metropolitan. If you're going to wait for the permit, baka matagal. So you must be able to also balance whether you have the time, viability in terms of time, as well as if we're talking here sex tourism, prostitution, etc., should be ethical as well. Okay? So, syempre, may mga consideration tayo. Next, topic must not be fleeting. So, meaning to say, let's say, pandemic. So, hindi siya parang pandemic na time constraint siya. Okay? So, the topic should be persistent. It's a persistent problem that no solution yet been found, or it should be addressed, no? Hindi siya katulad ng pandemic na wala na, 'di ba? So if your research is about pandemic and then wala na siya. So is that relevant? Not anymore. Now let's say if your research is about certain event wala na event, relevant pa ba? Of course not. Now, you have to make sure that your paper is relevant. No? How would you make it relevant? But of course, studying points of that event na maari pang maging mas maari magkaroon ng impact for future. No? Now, if we're studying fleeting events like pandemic, Taal explosion, etc., that is a questionable research because it might not happen again, or it might happen but for a very long time, or there's no relevancy at all because it's already done and already wala na, aanin pa natin yung paper mo. Okay, so that is what we call topic must not be fleeting. Okay, so assessing your topic, so in your assessing your topic, so basically you must be able to scope the topic. So your topic should not be broad, no, not too broad, covering the whole Philippines, but not too narrow, just a barangay. For your case, to give you an idea, your topic should be within the district. Okay. So in Manila, we have 6 districts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So pwede na yon. Or you can select one particular tourist attraction if you want. Let's say San Agustin, or let's say Quiapo Church. So, pwede na yon. So, that will be a good start for your topic. Okay? So, pwedeng within the district, or the whole district itself, or a particular tourist attraction. Okay? But, of course, if you are 9, syempre, meron tayong restriction dyan. If you're 9, of course, it requires 2 attraction. If you're working like, let's say, 5, so let's have a 9 to 7 should be a 2 attraction at least, or 1 district. Now, if you are, let's say, below 7, 6, 5, and below, should be one attraction. Or if you want to cover the whole district, that's okay. So, ganun po siya, ha? So, if you're working as 9, 8, and 7, you should be able to cover the whole district or at least attractions. Two attractions. Hindi pwedeng isa lang kasi you're 9. Okay? So that's our scope and topic. Availability of resources. Again, do you have access to what you need? Okay. Next, access to tools and expertise. Do you have access to your advisor? If the topic is much more complicated, I advise you to have an expert advisor for that. Next, time constraint. Could we finish this paper within or present it within November? If no, huwag na yan. Kasi, syempre, 1st of November, kailangan mag-present na yung paper nyo. Kung hindi, wala na, diba? So, December, it should be the revision. Next, number 4, you should be able to conduct literary review and background research. So basically, you just have to search in if you have similar research, just like what I'm trying to point out a while ago. If there is a related literature, that's a good indicator. However, if the related literature is recent and you are going to do the same study and same locale, that's not a good research, no? Kasi meron na. So a good research starts with there is literature, but the literature needs to be updated, and the literature does not cover the topic that I'm trying to cover. For example, it could be still Quiapo about spirituality, ganun, ganun. It was conducted 5 years ago, pero what I'm trying to look at now is not the church, but let's say about the various faith, belief, or the festivity of Nazareno. So, diba? So, that's one, Nazareno as a potential spiritual tourism activity or spiritual tourism uh, attraction, or diba? Or as a, yung mga other faucet na pwedeng i-research na hindi pa na-cover ng mga previous research, no? So, this could be a good indicator for that. Okay. Next. Of course, a research question should be formulated based on the standard. So you have to define the research question. So a research question contains what you're trying to measure, relevant, and of course, has the working variables. But anyway, we're going to work with this one. So kaya nga po topic proposal po muna so that I can guide you. Okay? So yun po muna. So please use the form as well. And I'm going to post this one to our MS Teams. Okay, thank you.